Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today, guys, I have a really exciting, fun success story about how I manifested a new fridge. Well, first of all, how I broke my current fridge and then how I manifested a new one. So anyway, exciting story. I'm going to tell you all about it. Just before we dive into it, guys, we do have a free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. The link is in the description below, as well as, yeah, guys, we have a contest. When we get to 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, we're giving away 3 free coaching sessions to 3 different people with the coach of your choice. All you need to do to enter is share our videos and tag us, subscribe, and comment. You know, what have you manifested using the law of assumption? I think it's absolutely amazing, you know, to share that, because it's like something that you may think is easy to manifest may be difficult for somebody else. So it'll give each other hope and inspiration. And and guys, just before I dive into it, we're actually having a lot of sales as well. Our coaches, they love having sales. Remember, you know what, you can watch all of our videos and we give away all of our content for free. You can manifest anything you want using our content. However, if you would like any extra help finding your blocks, getting a list of personalized intentions for yourself, as well as an action plan, definitely check out the link in the description below. We got a lot of great coaches. I would suggest watching their videos first to see who you resonate with, right? Because, we've all got different personalities and different styles. And, hey, might as well, if you are going to work with someone you like. But again, if you don't need coaching, you can figure it out totally fine. We're happy with that. And same thing with the free course. You do join our mailing list, where you do mail out, lots of free intentions and stuff. And when we have sales. But if you don't want to be on that mailing list, sign up, get the free course, unsubscribe. I'm totally okay with that. I don't want you guys to be on something you don't want to be on. So yeah. So let's dive into this story. So anyways, okay. So let's go back 3 years. So 3 years, we go back, me and Andrew moved into the first house that we bought together. So we bought this house, and my absolute dream house, right? And don't ask me why, but I had such a story about the fridge. I was so worried about the fridge breaking, because the fridge is one of the fridges with an ice machine and a water machine. And I always wanted one of those so bad. I was telling Andrew, I want a fridge with an ice machine and water, because I love ice water. And there's me, carrying ice cube trays, trying not to spill them, and quick, open the freezer and whatever, right? So I was like, no, you know what, I actually want a fridge with an ice machine. So that was so we get this fridge and it's got an ice machine. Now I think it's because I had the fridge on a pedestal because it had an ice machine, that I was so worried about it. And I really love the ice machine and I don't want anything to happen to it. So all of a sudden, you know what? There's water leaking in the fridge. Guess what? From the ice machine hose. Of course it is. Of course it is. So anyways, so then I'm like, okay, we get that fixed. It was under warranty still. And, and then I thought, oh my God, I'm like, I bet you this fridge is a lemon. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I bet you anything. I'm like, that seems like such a weird thing to break. So then here's me, I'm thinking this fridge is a lemon. So let's fast forward 2 years. All of a sudden, we're sitting here and we hear this crunch, 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 crunch. And all of a sudden this high pitched squealing, and it's coming from the fridge. And the fridge is getting hot. It's actually getting hot. On the when you open the door, not in the fridge, but the part of the fridge in between the fridge and the freezer, that plastic was getting hot, and the hotness underneath the fridge where it used to exhaust was no longer there, because I remember standing in front of the fridge on this little warm spot, and I would say to Andrew, if we had a cat, he would sit here. But I was like, wait, it's not hot in front of the fridge anymore. And then I pulled the fridge out and noticed the back of the fridge was really hot. So anyway, so then we go and we get this, we go and get an extended warranty on the fridge, right? Because I manifested you can get an extended warranty on the fridge, even if it's out of warranty. So I manifested that. So I paid for this extended warranty. So they come out, they fix the fan, and I'm thinking, okay, well, you know what? He glued it, and he says, I'll get the part. And I'm like, okay, well, I intend it works, right? And then all of a sudden he comes back with the part, changes the fan, and then a day later, the fan flies off again. And I'm like, oh my God, this fridge is definitely definitely a freaking lemon. So now I'm thinking, okay, with all these problems this fridge has had, I don't really want to keep it. Like, I would like a new fridge because I don't trust that I can't have an extended warranty on this fridge, because I've had the story that it's a lemon. So anyway, so he fixes the fan, okay, and then all of a sudden, right, I started noticing that the inside of the fridge was freezing. So like the air vents where the air comes out, like it was starting to freeze there. And the ice maker started leaking again. And now it wasn't just leaking when there was water in the fridge. That water was like freezing to the side of the fridge. Up by the ice maker, there's like a whole like icicle of ice, right? So we call the repairman out again, and he's like, well, it's maybe this part. So he replaces this part, and then he says, call me if it still happens. And I'm like, okay. He's like, it's probably the insulation in the fridge. And I'm like, okay. So sure enough, call him back. It's still happening. So then he says, well, you know what? We're going to replace your fridge. So now we're getting a new fridge. So anyways, now I manifested getting a new fridge. But the thing was, this what makes me so happy about it is because when I told Andrew, well, I think we need a new fridge. He goes, does the warranty cover fridge replacement? Sometimes they don't. And then I was like, oh my God, you're right. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I didn't read it. I'm like, I just bought it when the fridge was out of warranty. Maybe it doesn't. And then I thought to myself, no. It totally covers replacing the fridge. And it's not even going to be a refurbished one. It's going to be a brand new one. Okay. So now I'm working on my story because, well, it just happened today that they said they're replacing the fridge of what kind of new fridge I'm going to have. So let's solidify this story together. It's going to be a new fridge, and it's going to be the newest model. It's going to have the same water filter because I've got a water filter sitting around here. It's going to have a bigger ice cube maker. This fridge is going to be leak-free. It's going to be perfect for the next 20 years. Okay. It's never going to break. It's going to be a good fridge because, yeah, I already got the lemon and that's it. That's not going to happen again. The next fridge is going to be absolutely amazing. So, the thing is, right, is, to always sort of keep your eye on the prize of what you want. So at one point when I was telling my story, remember how I said, well, the fan fell off, it leaked at first. Okay. Then when the fan fell off, I sort of lost confidence in the fridge and I didn't really want it. I wanted a new one. So then all of a sudden something else had to break in the fridge. So, instead of me going, oh God, now something else broke, I was like, okay, no, this is my opportunity to go, well, this is what's going to cause us to get a new fridge. You know what I mean? So that's what created a bridge of incidents. So you always got to keep, your mind on what your end goal is. So instead of me losing it, going, oh my goodness, how did I create this fridge breaking now? I can't believe it. It's broken again. Like, how am I creating this and getting down on myself? I decided to go, well, no, you know what? When the fan broke, I wanted a new fridge because I totally lost faith in this fridge. It was just broken in my mind, way too broken for me to want to keep for the rest of 10 years or whatever. And it's only a 3-year-old fridge. And I didn't want to keep a fridge that had that many issues within 3 years. So it was I was like, wow, this is now icing up and leaking again. I'm like, this is my opportunity to manifest getting the fridge replaced, and then even when there was some doubt, that Andrew reflected back to me saying, well, oh, what happens if the warranty doesn't cover it, your extended warranty that you bought? I was in the moment, I'm like, no, it's going to cover it. It's totally going to cover it. And then it ended up covering it. So, it's about no matter what is thrown at you in your situation is focusing on your end goal and what you want. And, not taking the little steps that defeat you is going, okay, well, that's it. And getting down on yourself. Okay. I always say, everything is working out in my favor. Okay. So even though the fridge broke, it totally worked out in my favor. I got a new fridge. But I created that as a bridge of incidents, right? Because the bridge of incidents was, you can only see it after it happens, okay? Because I was like, wow, okay, this fridge is leaking and freezing. Okay, this is my opportunity to get a new fridge, right? This is going to be unrepairable, right? So that had to happen, right? So I created that new breakage as a bridge to get what I want, rather than I had, at that point, I could have easily said, oh my God, this isn't, this is broken again. They're probably not going to replace it. They're just going to keep fixing it, and then eventually it'll probably be all these new parts in the same fridge, or when Andrew, brought up the doubt that obviously I was projecting out about the warranty. I could have hopped on that bandwagon and started going, oh my God, you're right. That's probably going to happen. But instead I was like, no, no, no way. We're getting a new one. We are getting a new one. That's what's going to happen. And that's why it broke this time. So, incredibly important. Remember, everyone and everything is you pushed out. And you know what? I almost feel like that we mess things up in our own life and then we have to fix them. Right? It's like, it's a never-ending job sometimes for me, depending on the week, right? And I'm sure, you guys can relate, some days we just, mess things up and it's like, no, now I got to fix it. So yeah, I manifested the fridge breaking and I manifested it getting replaced. Okay. And that's what happened. Actually, my dryer, funny story about that. It was making noise, like a lot of noise. And I thought I have to get it fixed, but then I was like, no, I intend it works. All of a sudden it started working again and we haven't heard a nasty noise out of it in like a year now. So, that one I fixed with my mind. This one I needed replaced, right? So, we our thoughts are constantly creating, I intend that both you and me always have positive thoughts about everyone and everything in our realities. I really do, because at the end of the day, like I said, we manifest things in our life. We don't like them. And then we got to manifest changing them. Right. Or, we are where we are and we're like, we decide we want to change and then we manifest something different. Right. So, I mean, that's all life is like one manifestation after another. Right. And, it's a matter of, are we manifesting things that make us feel good or things that don't? I guess the biggest thing I can say is like, when you do manifest something that you don't like, don't be hard on yourself. Like, don't beat yourself up over it. Just as easily as I manifested the fridge breaking, I manifested getting it replaced. Okay. So, because I wasn't emotional about it, like I would be, say, a relationship. So when you take the emotion out of it, it happens so much easier. You know what I mean? I think it also helped that we do have like a garage fridge, so, in my mind, it was like never a huge deal if the fridge did completely break because, there is a garage fridge with like pop and stuff in it, right? So there was always like a backup fridge, right? Or I would drive it to my mom's freezer or something, I don't know, but, yeah. So guys, yeah, I hope that I intend that story helps to illustrate, how we create and how, in your situation, to keep looking, in the direction and making everything mean that you are going to get what you want. It's all working out in your favor. Okay. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.